Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. This is a craft room updates video. We haven't done a lot of them lately. So this is where I tell you what I'm working on, what's going on in my craft room. I need to update you about my craft fair. I do one a year. It's a week away. So we have all kinds of stuff. First, let's talk a little bit about some cards that came in, Happy Mail, that I haven't thanked the people for, and I just wanted to share with you. This is from Linda, and she is in Boring, Oregon, which is near me. And Linda, I had a note on the counter. I don't know, maybe Zelda took it, but I wanted to tell you, I drove through Boring. It was for work, and somebody else was driving, and I said, "Where are we?" And they said, "We're in Boring." And I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can tell, but she has really cute pinstripe stickers right here. So she's got gold accents on her pattern, and then the little scrap up here. Gorgeous. I don't know what paper this is, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it. Lovely card. Then on the inside, she's got some treasures. And the way she sent these to me was with a little bit of tape up here too. This is the mint tape that Noni uses. I think she's still using this one for die cutting. Really neat way to send treasures to your friends and keep them flat so you don't pay as much postage and they don't get beat up. And these are precious. Oh my gosh. A sunflower field is like a sky with 1,000 suns. Look at these babies. Oh my gosh. Too cute. I love these. You were right. I did need to have them. This guy is just precious. Too cute. Okay, so those came, and then I had this one several years back. We had a friend here on YouTube. She made videos, and her name is Gracie, and her channel was Gracie Beach Bum 13. And I sent her a card just to check on her because I was a little worried about her. And she made this and wrote back, so I know she's alive and well and doing great. I've been keeping track of her on Instagram too. And then this is from my member, Lynn. Lynn does a lot of clusters. You've seen me do that for ephemera or for cards. What she's been doing that I think is really cool is she's been making clusters for holiday cards too. So she gets the stuff ready and then her cards come together really nicely. Now tell me about this. Is this like a paint smush die cut, or is it an amazing sticker? It looks like maybe you made it, and it is awesome, that little black cat. So tell us about that in the comments if you can, Lynn. Then she's got a bit of ribbon. This doily back here is either inked up or she dyed it. She's got enamel dots and a cobweb. And I love the little dog, you know. I'm a sucker for the dogs. I trapped the cats in here with me because Dodgers are on. It's very exciting. Dodgers are on if you're a Dodger fan. So it might be loud from the other room. Okay, so that's the Happy Mail that I got. The last couple of years, I've done this craft fair, and it's on a Saturday in a tiny, tiny town. I'll tell you more about that. If you're in the Oregon area, if you're near Salem, Corvallis, you should probably think about coming because the food alone is amazing. It's a very small craft fair, like maybe 10 sellers, maybe 12, but the food is amazing. Okay, we'll talk about that. But first, the last couple of years, what I've done is the day after, I did like a garage sale, pop-up sale of my crafts because I have them all packed up. And so what I do is I pull into the garage and I set up folding tables and I just unpack on them. And then I do a sale. Last year we had a blast, but the sale itself was an epic fail. It was a miserable day, and what we did really was eat pumpkin bread and drink tea and sit around in the house, the crafter friends that came. So super fun. Still going to do that part, but I wasn't going to do the sale. But then Noni, this isn't from it, Noni started cleaning out her craft room. If you don't know about my friend Noni, she is my neighbor that kind of started this whole YouTube thing. She wasn't a crafter. She wasn't a card maker. She definitely was a crafter and a very good shopper. She's a top-notch shopper. She was saying, hey, can you show me how to do this? And can you make videos? Because she was traveling a lot back then. And so that's kind of how I got started. Well, she took her buying skills and put them into crafting. And now she's trying to pump the brakes a little, and she's clearing some stuff out for new stuff. I was working on some butterfly journals, and I got this out of her garage sale pile. I just love it. And I was thinking, even if I don't want to use the whole thing, I would stamp and then cut this out. Then I got this set of stamps. I have borrowed this set of stamps from her before, and I love it. And I was like, no, it is not going away. Be your own kind of beautiful. Without change, there would be no butterflies. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know who said that. May you always be brave enough to fly, never lose hope, spread your wings and fly, and just the word butterfly. And then these little tiny butterflies. So I love this set. The big butterfly is here somewhere. When Noni's done with her stuff, it looks brand new. It's still in packages. It's beautiful. This is what happens when I get a hold of it. So I grabbed these stamps and then this die set, which I don't know if she'd ever used. This one said, life is beautiful. I love that. I put it in a journal. And then these butterflies, oh my gosh, how could I let those go? They were just gorgeous. Those are things that I kept out of it. I also kept, she's getting rid of a lot of storage things, ink pad holders, all kinds of things. And I got about 20 of these. There's way more in the sale if you're local and you want some. I'm guessing she bought them on Amazon or something. And all they are is little plastic envelopes. I think they're great for, I'm going to work on this card project and I want to protect the layers. They're great for ephemera. So I've been putting stuff in them and using them, but I didn't want like all of them. She has so much stuff that Crafty Eileen and I and Andrea all went through it, and there's plenty for all of you. I have posted it on Facebook and I'll post it some other places. But if you have questions, just message me on Instagram or something, because I don't want to just spam all of my Oregon, Washington friends. And, you know, if they don't want to come, they don't have to. But if they do, it would be Sunday the 9th, I think. It's definitely Sunday. Is it the 9th? It's next weekend. Now, Eliza wants you to know that the door's not open for her, so we'll take care of that. More stuff coming in. Net Zero, I don't know. If the sale goes really, really well, then I think I'm winning, but otherwise I'm losing on Net Zero. Our friend Katie went to an estate sale, and she got me some fabric. This one is a little cutesy for me. I'll use it, but it won't be like, oh, this has to stay in my stash, you know? And then these, oh my gosh, look at these. This swirly, you know how I feel about swirly stuff? This blue one, oh my gosh. And then this red, this would be great for July dailies, December dailies, or just anything. Look, she got me the corresponding fabrics. Oh, such a quilter, isn't she? I like to have a fabric for the outside of the journal and a fabric for the inside. And these obviously could make amazing July dailies, but there's so much of this red. I can use it for everything. I mean, as a journal maker, that is a ton. A fat quarter usually is plenty and keeps me entertained. This one, okay, maybe 2. I can do maybe 2 with the blue. So very cool. This whole box was full of these super skinny washies, which is funny because Andrea and I have tried to not be buying washi, but I love this narrow kind. If you watch some of the planner people, they use washi to make their journals fancy, but also to mark things and section things off. These, it's not a real great brand, so it doesn't stick super well, but I could glue it down if I want. I just love them. I love the really narrow washies, and I was out of those. These are what I kept, and then I gave the rest to Andrea, because this is what, like, the rest of my lifetime maybe to use these. I don't know. But they're wonderful. Aren't treasures from an estate sale. Now, let's talk about what I've been working on, because that's what updates is supposed to be about. I had these items that I finished like last minute, sometime last year. The covers, they didn't sell at the craft fair last year. They're kind of cutesy, junky, but the covers were lame. Like, I didn't love this fabric. It was Katie's reject fabric. So I put shakers on the front of these. This Where Flowers Bloom, So Does Hope one is adorable. I really like how this one turned out. And the navy is perfect. And then this one, I think I like it too. The metallic paper that I used is a little wild, but that's okay. So I have those two that I polished up. I put a sentiment on the front of this fall journal. I liked it, but I just felt like it was missing something. But it's so thick, I didn't want to put a shaker on the front of it. It already weighs like 1,000,000 pounds. In a members live, we talked about this fabric, and I might be able to insert a photo to show you. The clocks, some of them were white. I mean, intense white. And I have a ton of vintage ephemera. And in fact, a lot of it has this color in it too. 1 or 2 of the small pads that I made it with had that. So we were looking for ways that I would love this fabric. Now I love it. I'm going to make a journal cover with it. I haven't started it yet because I'm trying to knock off the UFOs. I have 6 journals that I finalized. Well, if you count these, so maybe 3, but 6 total that I finalized this weekend. And then this starting a brand new one, I don't know that I'd get it done for the craft fair next week anyway. I think I'd rather make some gift card holders. Twyla, who is a member on my channel, and I'm sure you've seen her in the comments and stuff, she gave me a super cute pattern for a gift card holder last year, and I wasn't sure what happened to them, but when I went back and watched the video, they were on my display in the morning, and they were gone when I made the afternoon video. So I think that answers it, right? They were right there in the front, and they were gone. I will try to remember to link to last year's so you can see, because I'm probably not going to demo my table for you this year at home because honestly, I don't know if I'm going to get that far. So these are ones that I have finished up this weekend. I have a couple of Joy die cuts that I might want to add in. See, this is how I use those folders. I didn't lose my little dots for my J and they're safe and sound. So I'm going to do separate videos on these. They're ready to do flip throughs. Look at this. Okay, quick peek for Tony. Tony, are you paying attention? Look, it's the calendar. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I'll do a video of that and talk to you about that. I didn't use the whole calendar for one journal. Part of the reason I don't want to start this yet, this bin is part of the reason I don't want to start the clock journal. I've got a partial and a partial of small journals. This one has a pretty cute cover. This one needs a little something. This one has no pages. So I need to decide, are these going to get done and go on my table? This would be cute with a bunch of vintage stuff in it too, and I have a lot of that. I had an idea here. I think this might be the inside liner because it wasn't quite big enough and it might be kind of hard to fold, but I had an idea and that was going somewhere. This is the goat paper that I want to do for Clear It Out. Here's another little tiny journal. And this time of year is fun. I don't know if it's fun for you guys, but it's fun for me because I round up all the UFOs and I'm surprised what I found. I was looking and I started to prep. Okay, these are all the things I have done. I didn't have a single journal with postage stamps on it. And I knew that I had made one and sold it right off my channel just like that recently. And then this cover was in my brain. So if you look at this cover is the pocket at the bottom is folded up. So when I laid it out, the stamps were upside down here. My member, Nancy, that, helps and gives me ideas. She had done one like this. I've stitched zigzag around the edges, fabric on the inside. I have a few things. This is how far I got on this journal. And then I put not Mod Podge, but gel matte medium a couple times over it. It is pretty amazing, but I don't know that I'm going to get it done for the craft fair this week either. If I don't, I won't be sad. I mean, it'll still be in my life and I love it. And it is one of my neighbors, not Noni, but a different neighbor. There's Miss Zelda making her guest appearance. Hi, baby girl. That gave me all these stamps, so I really wanted him to get to see it. And his family has purchased journals before, so I don't know. They might need first dibs on that one. But so I have some UFOs still, some things I'm working on. When I sit down to watch TV tonight, I had a plan. I don't know what it was. I think if I sit down and watch the Dodgers, I'm going to work on these because at least this one, I mean, this cover is really cute. Clearly I was going somewhere. So I need to find some pages and make this into a cute little vintage journal, use up some vintage ephemera. It's not going to use very much, is it? But it's cute. Then the girls are running around. That's what the sound is. The room is pretty messy, but I'm going to try and get us cleaned up after this. Here's my table. Now, these are boxes that I have sitting because we need them for the garage sale. I might use this white box for my display. I don't know. The big plastic boxes are ready for the craft fair, and then either things that need work still or supplies for the craft fair. Bags, that kind of thing. Oh, this one's supplies too, the sheet and the notebook and stuff. And Miss Eliza wants to tell you about her day. Meow, meow. You want to talk? No? Okay. So this is my table. the same idea would apply. There's going to be a tablecloth. Then I'll empty these bins out. What I do is I use these to take the product to the show. I set them on top of the tablecloth when I get there because the tablecloth's already on the table and it's 8 foot. So this is only 6. I set them across the back. I use the sheet to cover up the plastic bins, and then I set my display up so that it's 2 levels and the back is taller. Stuff goes across the front, stuff goes across the back. You get the idea. You'll see the other video. I'm not totally sure, I haven't decided yet, if I'm going to take the wine rack parts and do the back display. What I realized is I probably stand in front of my crafting and relaxing sign when it's up there. And it does take up a lot of room. It's a little heavier. And those wine racks are really heavy. Oh, and here we have an appearance by Miss Zelda. You want to say hi? She always looks kind of skittish and crazy, doesn't she? She's cute though. So I don't know if it's worth hauling those for. And I didn't sell a single card. No, she loves plastic. Plastic is her kryptonite. And certain types, not all. Like some she's fine with. And washi tape too. She likes that. So I don't know if it's worth carrying that stuff, setting up the displays. I haven't decided. It sort of depends on whether Mr. Crafting and Relaxing helps me, which he might. Hi, baby girl. Look at you. You want to say hi? Can you talk for them? She screams for no apparent reason. Just screams. No, now she's just going to be a little angel. Oh, no. We're not going to chew on that. Yeah, she's 2, right? You'd think she'd be outgrowing some of this. Are you 2? Yeah, I think you're 2. I think that's it. If you want to come out and see me at the sale, the information about the craft fair I'm doing is on my Instagram. It's in PD, Oregon. This is a little tiny town. There's amazing soup and homemade pie. And you might be able to get kisses from Zelda right now. And so that's what I'm doing on Saturday. And then Sunday will be here. And on Sunday at my house, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my leftover journals and stuff. I think Noni's going to sell some of her cards, which are a knockout. And then we're going to garage sale tons of supplies. And then I'm probably going to haul out my go away box too. So we'll have free stuff, purchase stuff. You cannot imagine how many sets of stamps. She is selling more sets of stamps than I have. I'm sure of it. Hands down. There is a box of Stampin' Up, like these things, the whole box of stamp sets, tons and tons of dies. She has better taste than I do. She is very much into beautiful stamped images, and then she colors them. So Gina K, Altenew, Hero Arts, all the good stuff. So if you feel like you need some good stuff, message me and let me know, and maybe you should come to that sale. Also, if you're one of our friends and you want to connect with me, we might be able to modify the hours for you because we're only doing it 12 to 3 on Sunday. After the craft fair, I'm not sure what my focus is going to be. Puzzles. I'm really missing jigsaw puzzles. It's jigsaw puzzle weather here for sure. Leave me comments down below if there's something that you'd like to see me work on next, or you're like, what? Did she forget about that project? Or what about? You can leave me those messages because sometimes after the craft fair, it's like there's so much space cleared. It's time to pull it out. Oh my gosh. And I looked at the video after the craft fair last year where I thought I was all cool and I had cleaned up, and it was still terrifying. The before the craft fair was terrifying. The after was terrifying. Again, a big shout out to Eileen. If you are in the Vancouver, Washington area and you need some help with decluttering, or if you're looking for some support online, by the way, she helped me a ton just in text messages and answering my questions. She only spent maybe 8 hours, 6 hours on site, but she coached me for weeks. She can help you remotely, even if you're not in Vancouver, Washington. All right, take great care of yourselves. You will definitely see me back here for Smash Our Stash on the 7th. It's free choice, so I don't know. You might see one of these journals in it. I'm not sure exactly what item is going to go in that video. And then there's going to be just a lot of different types of videos because I won't be in a rush to try and get things done for the craft fair. If I think about it, I will also show you my gift card holders. Sometimes at the last minute, I get in a big hurry and I don't show you those things, but I mean to share everything with you. It's just It's purely a matter of time. All right. Take great care of yourselves. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're staying warm and safe wherever you are. Bye-bye.